This is your social studies test for Sub-Saharan Africa. It works like any other video. You can listen to the questions, pause it, listen again as many times as you need to using the bar at the bottom. Number 1. Which physical environmental process is responsible for the creation of the types of landforms described in the excerpt? A. Erosion. B. Droughts. C. Ocean currents. D. Tectonic plate movement. Number 2. Based on the information in the excerpt, griots and griots are an example of the influence of tradition in the culture of Sub-Saharan Africa because they continue to F. Record historical events in Africa. G. Advise important political leaders. H. Educate others about their culture. J. Produce most of Africa's literature. Number 3. The type of art form shown in the picture is popular in Sub-Saharan Africa because A. Religious leaders use these artifacts in ceremonies. B. Natural materials are readily available in the region. C. European settlers taught the techniques to Africans. D. Many art schools were built in the region by colonists. Number 4. In what way did physical geography affect the language patterns of Sub-Saharan Africa? Mountain ranges stopped the spread of language across the continent. G. Deserts and oceans served as barriers to the spread of some language families. H. Languages were able to spread from islands in the Indian Ocean to Africa's mainland. J. River systems in Africa helped to spread languages from South Africa to North Africa. Number 5. Which number on the map indicates the location of Nigeria? A1, B2, C3, D4. Number 6. Which number on the map indicates the location of South Africa? F1, G2, H3, J4. Number 7. How has the history of Sub-Saharan Africa contributed to political instability in some nations of the region? A. The devastation of the Second World War has left some nations struggling to recover. B. The end of foreign aid to the region is leaving many without proper food and medicine. C. The end of European colonization left some nations struggling to form effective governments. D. The migration of the Bantu-speaking people across national boundaries has caused a clash of cultures. Number 8. The conditions described in the excerpt are most likely a result of the legacy of F. Racial policies in South Africa. G. Tribal divisions in South Africa. H. Government corruption in South Africa. Or J. Poor economic decisions in South Africa. Number 9. English and French have become common languages spoken in Sub-Saharan Africa because A. A history of European colonization in the region. B. The migration of many missionaries to the region. C. A tradition of learning multiple languages in the region. Or D. An established system of Christian schools in the region. Number 10. In what way did European colonization of sub-Saharan Africa affect economic development in the region? F. Most economies primarily export natural resources. G. Command economies became a common institution. H. Traditional economies were encouraged to continue. J. Industrial economies were established in most nations. Number 11. Many conflicts in sub-Saharan Africa resulted from the way the European colonists A. mined the region for resources, B. educated different ethnic groups, C. distributed farmland amongst the settlers, or D. established boundary lines between nations. Number 12. Desmond Tutu and Nelson Mandela were both honored as Nobel Peace Prize recipients because of their commitment to F. ending racial injustice, G. protecting the environment, H. building schools for the poor, J. spreading Christian teaching. Number 13. Which mountain in Tanzania is Africa's highest peak? A. Mount Kenya, B. Mount Everest, C. Mount McKinley, D. Mount Kilimanjaro. Number 14. South Africa's economy is ranked 30th in the world in terms of gross domestic product, GDP, yet has very high poverty rates. Which level of economic development best characterizes South Africa? F. Less developed, G. More developed, H. Underdeveloped, J. Newly developed. Number 15. African folktales reflect traditional sub-Saharan Africa culture because they have been A. carved in stone monuments for all to see, B. recreated by movie makers and playwrights, C. preserved in African libraries for centuries, or D. passed on orally from generation to generation. Number 16. In Central Africa, conflict has been ongoing between Hutus and Tutsis since 1994. According to Professor Zongola Talaja, what is the source of the conflict between these groups? F. Ethnic differences, G. Cultural differences, H. Religious differences, or J. Economic differences. Number 17. According to the data, which country likely has the most developed economy? A. Kenya, B. Nigeria, C. Rwanda, D. Uganda. Number 18. Which economic indicator is the best evidence that South Africa economic development is not at a level that is considered more developed? F. GDP, G. Literacy rates, H. Urban population, or J. Population below poverty line. That is the end of the test. Again, remember, you can go back with the bar at the bottom and listen to the questions as many times as you need to understand the question. Good luck.